Hi, this is Emilio from Digital Stereo Guitar. We're going to look at the worship pedal board. So if you're involved in a church, you're looking at starting to play guitar at a church, let's go through the pedals that I personally use at my church and so show you the sounds that I use, and I guess a mix that will sort of create the nicest ambience and nicest mix for your worship service. Alright, so I'm going to give you an overview of my pedal board and the sounds that I use, the tones that I like to use like when I'm playing. So from my guitar, I go into my input that I've got on the side. So I've got neutral plugs added to the side of my board. So one input and two outputs for my stereo, as well as my power coming from my one spot pedal. So first pedal in the loop is my Vox. So I don't have my volume as my first, even though it is to the right. It's just to the right, more out of convenience than anything else. So I've actually got my Vox as my first, which is my Wah pedal. And without it, with the Wah, alright, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's got a really nice sound to it. Out of the Vox, we go into the compressor. So I've got the Cmatmods Signa Compressor, well, comp, and it just really creates a really nice tone, a really bright sound to my mix. That is the compressor. So I've got a really nice sustain on it as well, so it just makes my notes sound a lot longer. Out of the compressor, we go into my overdrive section of my board. So I've got 3 overdrive pedals going in order from lowest overdrive to the highest overdrive into your distortions, I guess. First one is the Voodoo Labs Sparkle Drive pedal. Creates just a really nice subtle distortion while having, so that's actually a clean knob here as well, so the clean sound comes through it. Maybe a bit too much, so let's take some gain off, we'll put a bit of clean up. We then move into the tube screamer, so the Ibanez tube screamer. So let's put a bit more overdrive on it. This is a TS808, by the way. A bit more overdrive, just my tone, put the volume up a bit. Occasionally I like to have the two on at the same time, the sparkle and the tube screamer. Turn that down, the overdrive. I like it a little bit more subtle. Alright, from there we go into the Rat Distortion. A lot bigger, a lot dirtier sound. Maybe it's a bit too loud. Really crunchy distortion, really nice for your solos, you know, if you throw in a wah in there as well. Whoops. Okay, that is the Rat. Really nice for your lead parts as well. I use it from time to time. Just creates a really nice big sound. from the Rat, we move over to my volume pedal, which is all the way on the right. So I've actually got a cable underneath to go out of that into my volume. To the 30s. Okay, out of the back of the volume pedal itself, that is the Ernie Ball VP pedal. We've got a tuner out that goes into my PolyTune TC Electronic mini tuner. Great little tuner, smallest one on the market at the time. And yeah, excellent tuner. I like to have it out of my loop, just out of convenience. It is a true bypass pedal, so it wouldn't affect my tone either way. But this way I can actually have it on all the time as well. And it doesn't affect my loop, it won't mute anything either. Alright, so if we go back to the volume, from the volume, we go all the way to my delays on this side. So the first one is a TC Electronic Nova delay. Creates really, really nice delay sounds. You've got your manual knob, you've got your presets as well. So let's just go to say preset number 1. I'll turn my distortion off. So the pedal itself has a number of, I guess, tap delay tempo, so you can adjust the tempo, what sort of tempo you want. So for example, okay, so you can adjust those manually, save those in. You've got your mods as well, so your modulated effects on top of your delay, and then you've got different types of delay as well. So I'm actually running this stereo, so it goes into my pedal in the mono standard, goes out stereo, and by going out stereo I'm running it into 2 amps, and there's like a great ping pong effect, for example, that goes between the 2 amps. So if you're running in stereo, it'll ping pong the delay across the 2 amps. Out of that we go stereo again into the DD7 digital delay, which is a Boss DD7 pedal with this attached tap tempo there as well. So you've got your standard, right, your standard delay. I like to sometimes have 2 delays on top of each other to just create a really nice ambient sort of sound. Alright, so that is the 2 delays. Now out of this delay, which is essentially my last or my second last pedal, we've got stereo out. One of the outputs goes directly into one of my amps. The other output goes through the Ditto looper pedal by TC Electronics out to my second amp. Alright, so this is a great little looper pedal. So it just loops, it'll record some samples, for example, and then just loop them over. So let's give that a shot. So let's put a bit of delay on it, put 2 delays. Alright, you can then adjust the volume. And then I can just loop over it. Example. Alright, so that is my pedal board. Alright, so hope you enjoyed that. If you find that video helpful, give me a thumbs up and feel free to shoot me a comment if you need any help or any advice on some stuff. Thanks for watching.